Yo, welcome to Reezy Does It. I am T Reezy. Thank you for tuning in. We got a special guest in the building today, Lily. Lily, what up?
How you doing, Troy?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I mean T Breezy. I'm sorry.
Troy T Reezy, it's all the same. Well, actually, it's not. But how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's good. So today we'll be discussing Thriller versus Purple Rain. So, what's your views on both of these albums, Lee? Like, what songs or what sticks out to you from both albums?
Well, for me, Michael Jackson's Thriller, just the video and the song itself,
Yeah.
and then with Purple Rain, Prince on his bike.
Oh
But I
yeah.
like Purple Rain. Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
album cover.
Yeah. The album cover was dope. Thriller was dope too. The Thriller album cover was dope too.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the music on Purple Rain?
Oh, the music's great. I really like Let's Go Crazy, and I like the hits of The Beautiful Ones, which has been remade by Mariah Carey and others. So
Mariah.
he
Hold
has
on.
some
Hold on. Hold
really.
on. Mariah Carey remade the Beautiful Ones.
She did.
Is that new?
No, that was on her. I believe that was on the
Oh,
Butterfly album. I
oh,
believe.
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
yeah, that was on the Butterfly album. I think.
Well, what songs on Thriller stick out to you, Lee?
The Girl Was Mine with Paul McCartney.
That was dope.
Thriller. PYT. I like that one. Um, let's see. Want to be starting something? He has some. I mean, the whole album was like that's the best selling album of all time.
Well, so the next question I was about to ask you, you basically answered it already. So out of these two albums, Thriller by Michael Jackson and Purple Rain by Prince, which one is the best to you, Lily, and why?
I like Thriller. Every song is a hit,
Every song is it. I can't deny that.
and he
Uh,
had such reach with that album. I mean, no one in the world could say they didn't like that album.
yeah, yeah, I agree. So what songs on Thriller make you give the edge to Mike over Prince and Purple Rain?
Billie Jean, The Girl Was Mine, PYT, Thriller itself. I mean, just the whole video of Thriller and all they put in to make it.
Well, you got Beat It, you got Human
Yep,
Nature,
yep.
but you leaving out my favorite song off there, John Lee.
What's your song?
Lady in My Life.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes.
Yes, Lady in My Life.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So okay, so Thriller sold 70 million worldwide, released November of 82. Purple Rain sold 25 million worldwide, released June of 84. But you know, Lee, I'm gonna have to go with Purple Rain. Um,
Okay.
Thriller was super dope. Arguably the best album of all times, but I'm gonna have to go with Purple Rain. So these are some of the tracks we got on Purple Rain. I'm gonna give you all of them. The beautiful ones: Purple Rain, When Doves Cry, Baby I'm a Star, Let's Go Crazy, I Would Die for You, Take Me With You, Computer Blue, Darling
Hmm.
Nikki. So let's start off with the beautiful ones. And I'm gonna say this: the reason I'm gonna go ahead and give the edge to Prince and Purple Rain is not only due to the album, but due to the movie. But the first song I mentioned, the beautiful ones. This scene in the movie is probably my favorite scene of the movie. When Prince is singing to Apollonia after Apollonia, she decided to, run and have relations with Morris Day, Prince's arch rival in the movie.
Yeah.
So Prince said, "Baby, baby, baby, what's it gonna be tonight? Is it him or is it me?
Wow.
Don't make
Okay.
me lose my mind. Don't make me waste my time." You feel me? So any man in the world has experienced this. Is it him or is it me? And if they ain't experienced it, they lying to themselves, or they ain't experienced enough life. You understand? So
Okay.
next we got Purple Rain, the title track. I thought the song was okay. When
Okay.
Doves Cry was a huge hit. Baby, I'm a Star. It's dope. I want to say Nicki Minaj sampled that. Let's Go Crazy. Super
Okay.
dope. The lead song to the soundtrack. I Would Die for You. Take Me With You, which is possibly my favorite song on the album.
Hmm.
Computer Blue and Darling Nikki. Darling
Wow.
Nikki
You
is
you
Darling.
like that over you like to Take Me With You over Purple Rain itself?
I said what I said. You understand? So
Okay. All right.
Purple Rain, the
Okay.
song is okay, but the movie was dope. But Purple Rain might be my least favorite song on the album.
Okay.
So I'm
All
gonna have
right.
so Take Me With You is super dope with Apollonia. Apollonia, I had a crush on Apollonia as a child watching this movie.
Okay.
Apollonia was one of the baddest chicks in the game at that time. And Prince also gave us Vanity, the Vanity Six, which was the Apollonia Six in the movie. Morris Day and the Time. Morris actually stole the movie from Prince. You ask me. Um, you know, uh,
He was
Mo-
good in that movie. He was very good.
what Morris tell Apollonia? He said, "I'm gonna make you love me." Hey, I,
You know what?
Mo-
That is a good one, T Reezy. That's a
Morris
classic line.
Morris was a bad boy. So Take Me With You with Apollonia. That was one of my favorite songs on the album. That's one of my favorite songs ever, to be honest. But we can't forget Darling Nikki. I met this girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine.
Okay,
So
okay.
look, Prince, y'all got Prince toe up, man. You feel me? So not only is Prince
Wow.
responsible
Okay.
for bringing us Purple Rain,
Hmm.
Prince also brought us Morris Day and the Time. He wrote his, you know, he wrote his for Vanity, Sheila E., and the list goes on and on.
Okay. I
But
can't
but
argue
but
with you there.
but both of these albums are super dope. But I'm gonna have to get an edge to Prince, not only due to the album but due to the movie. Lee.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can't really argue that the movie and the album that was epic, and Prince was a wonderful songwriter. And I did look that up. Mariah Carey did the beautiful ones with Drew Hill on
Oh,
her
with Drew
Butterfly
Hill,
album, and
gotcha.
that was in 1997. So I mean, Prince definitely influenced a lot of people
Right, right,
um,
right.
after him.
Uh,
A lot of people definitely respected him, but Michael Jackson still gets the edge because I mean it's the greatest selling album of all time. He had the white suit with the tiger on the album cover. Um, he had the epic Thriller video that they spent 500 million. I mean, I think 500 million. I think I just saw to make the video.
no, hold on now. So they spent 500 mil on that joint in '83. You sure it went 500,000, Lee?
Oh yeah, 500,000. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Okay.
It sounded good to say the million because it
Yeah.
is $1 million album. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's a multi-million-dollar album.
I mean, you can't. I don't think it can compare. Big respect to Prince, but I mean, 70 million copies. Yeah, it was 500,000. John Landis directed the music video.
you know, Prince played every instrument also, by the way. So that's got to count for something. You feel me? So,
Yeah, but we're just talking about these albums, though.
well, he played every instrument on that album, not to mention his other ones. So I'm gonna say this
Correct.
though. I will say
Okay.
this. regarding Thriller.
Uh-huh.
That was a super dope album. You know what? It's hard for me to say Purple Rain is better, but I'm gonna get an edge to Prince due to the movie.
Okay. All
But
right.
but I remember in back in the day when I was a kid, people would have the Thriller jacket, the Billie Jean. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Right.
I had the Billie Jean jump. You feel me?
Exactly. They had the Billie Jean. They also had that Thriller, the red jacket with the black.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he had the curl. I
Right,
mean,
right.
he had the monsters. I mean, that was like that was a movie itself.
MJ had niggas out here wearing a glove
Yeah.
and
He
hot
had the
waters.
winter glove.
Right.
Right.
And you know what?
And Michael Jackson was an excellent dancer, by the way.
He was. He was. I say this though. Prince kept some bad ones. Prince kept some bad ones. But
He
anyway,
surely did. He surely
Prince
did.
kept some bad ones. You feel me? But
Yes, that's true.
what was that when Michael Jackson first did the moonwalk when he performed Billie Jean? Was that the American Music Awards?
Yes.
Dope. That shit was
Yes.
epic when Mike
That
did the
was.
moonwalk. That was the
That
dopest shit
was.
I'd ever seen at that time.
That's why you gotta let Thriller has to win though, Reezy.
I
I
mean,
mean, Prince had an epic movie though. The movie definitely puts it over the edge. I mean, and some people like to argue that Prince might not be black enough, but he
what?
surely was. Some
What?
people say that.
Said Prince wasn't black enough.
I've heard people say that. Was he black enough for you?
I mean, you can say the same about both of them. I mean, if you're gonna say about Prince, how can you not say? Look, I say this. I don't.
Michael
It,
came from the Jackson Five,
he
though.
came from the
So
Jackson Five, so he had the head start. But listen, all,
from
all
Gary, Indiana.
from Gary, Indiana, right near Chicago. I understand, but look, everybody was bumping Purple Rain. Everybody was bumping Thriller. But there was when I was growing up, there was no shortage of hearing Purple Rain in the hood. You know what I mean? You heard Thriller in the
Okay.
hood back in them days, but there was no shortage of hearing Purple Rain, that album either.
But both of them definitely crossed all. It didn't matter about race, color, none of that mattered because people enjoyed both albums. You're right.
I
So
agree. Yeah.
I mean, Prince definitely has a style and flavor of his own. Very talented guy. Very talented.
Absolutely. Prince was
What
just
about that purple coat he had on though? What you think about that in the blouse?
what are you talking about? Like what he had on the album cover?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was
I
dope.
love the album cover.
It's
Like I said,
classic. I wouldn't
yeah,
rock it. I wouldn't rock it, but I think it was dope for Prince. You feel me?
yeah.
That album cover is classic. Thriller album cover is classic. Like how Mike hit that lean on the cover, like laying
Oh yeah.
down with the lean.
Yeah.
You know that jump was bumping for R&B album back then if they was hitting that
Oh
lean
yeah.
on that jump. Because
1982.
Lionel
1982.
Richie had an album doing that. Luther Vandross had an album doing that. All them jumps was classics. You feel me? So both albums are super dope, but like I said, I'm gonna give the slight edge to Prince, not just because of the actual album, but because of the movie as well. And what was your stance on this, Lee?
I'm gonna go ahead and give Michael Jackson the edge for Thriller. And I mean, I think he had like 10 singles off that thing. I'm not sure. I mean, but
I'll say
he had,
this.
yeah,
No, you go ahead. I didn't mean cut you off.
all of them were hits.
All of them were hits. So look, every song, I can guarantee you, every song on Thriller I've heard played on the radio before. But you know what I can also guarantee you? I can guarantee you every song on Purple Rain I've heard played on the radio before.
Okay.
So
All
I
right. Well,
mean,
now I don't know if I can guarantee that, Reese, but
I can guarantee it. What song wouldn't have been played? Computer
I
Blue.
don't
I
think
even
they
heard
played his father's song on there. Wasn't the father's song on there? The
Purple
daddy.
Rain. That was Purple Rain.
No, I thought it was another little song he called father's song or something.
It ain't nothing on that album called No Father Song.
Are you sure?
No, you look it up. Google it when you get
Okay, all
time.
right. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, I give you Prince was a talented guy. That's not, and Purple Rain is one of my favorites.
absolutely, absolutely.
So I can't argue with you at all about that. So um I mean Prince iconic, and both of these gentlemen are gone, and we miss
Yeah,
their presence.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yep, we miss their presence. You know, I mean, for the things that they were able to do, it was a father song on there. I had this tape.
Well, good luck finding it, Lee. But let me say this. So look, I told you "Lady in My Life" was my favorite song on Thriller. What was your
Hmm.
what did you have a favorite from Thriller?
I did. I
Well,
like The Girl Is Mine. I like PYT. Human Nature is my favorite though.
Human Nature is your favorite. Now, "The Girl Is Mine." That's dope. That's extremely dope with
Yeah.
Paul McCartney. I love that song. Okay, now how about "Purple Rain"? I told you "Take Me With You" is probably mine, but Darling Nikki is running neck and neck with it. What about you with "Purple Rain," Lily?
Purple Rain, I really enjoyed Let's Go Crazy, but I liked Computer Blue though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That,
I
that
like
was
Computer Blue.
Yeah, Let's Go Crazy was dope. Prince said, so when you call up the doctor in Beverly Hills, Mr. Everything be all right. I didn't know what
Now,
that
see,
I didn't know what
you
that
didn't know
meant
what
as
that meant.
I know now, but yeah.
You know what excited me about Let's Go Crazy? Because I
What's that?
love the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard that, I knew the movie was getting ready to come out.
Oh yeah, it was freaking on.
So, and if you think about just how, like you said, now you understand what that means. When that movie came out, you probably was like, "What is that? What does that mean?" So
And another
that's
another favorite part of the movie, of Purple Rain to me, is when Prince said that Apollonia had to prove herself, or however he worded it, in Lake Minnetonka.
oh wow,
And
yeah, that was a good scene. That's an iconic scene.
absolutely. And then she kept trying to get on the bike. Prince kept pulling off. And then the
And then
tank.
he told her that wasn't Lake Minnetonka. So I mean,
Right. And then as they ride away, what song is playing, Lily?
take me with you.
There you go. There you go. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite jumps. That's one of my favorite jumps from Purple Rain and from Prince, period.
Yeah, Prince was definitely iconic, and like you mentioned, the time, and they were very complimentary on the movie as well.
Yes.
And he did the shooting in his hometown. He played at that club. That's where him and the time actually played in that club.
Right.
Even when he was getting started. So it was semi based on his life, not totally, but um, a lot of it he intertwined. Like you said, Vanity. Apollonia's character was based on Vanity, so
Right.
pretty cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Prince, man. Prince is super dope. Mike is super dope. Both of these albums are iconic, and legendary might be an understatement, But
Well,
yeah,
the great thing about it is that I mean we have both to still sit here and talk about. We're still amazed all these years later.
right.
I mean, Thriller just uh, it's been 40 years. Well, actually, it'll be 40 and a half. But I mean, just imagine, just that's amazing that we're still talking about these albums
It is. It
today.
is. It is very amazing. But back then we thought music was gonna keep getting better and better and better, not to realize that we were like witnessing greatness that might not ever be matched again. You know what I mean? We took it for
Yeah,
granted. Just
those two are gonna be hard to match.
right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they're
Lee.
definitely uh,
Classics.
timeless classics, and both unique in their own way. And but I have to give Michael his props. He's been singing all his life, and he definitely had a unique, wonderful voice, and all those hits. Billie
Hmm.
Jean is not my lover. I mean, yeah, all of it. It just, I mean, he was just, yeah.
Yeah. No, we got to give Quincy Jones some credit because Quincy
Quincy
Jones
Jones, yep,
produced the whole Thriller album.
he was the mastermind behind it.
He did an amazing job, and I want to
Yep.
say he wrote some of the music, if not all of the music, but I know some. I,
I don't know if he wrote it all, and then remember him and Paul McCartney did. Was it two on that album?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Well, the girl was mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Girl Is Mine was one of my favorites.
Yep. So yeah, you're right. And one thing that you did mention about Prince, he was the mastermind of Purple Rain. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
his.
absolutely.
Yeah, he definitely he was, played all those instruments. How many did you say again?
I don't know how many, but I know a lot. And I know Prince was the first of his kind to do a movie based off his album or any of that, especially for a black artist, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, I'll give you that.
right.
And
So,
that definitely was a iconic moment for pop history in itself. I
oh, yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
yep.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, absolutely.
and he was the true meaning of a rock star, and he was a
Prince,
black rock star. So
absolutely. Prince was a fucking rock star.
he was.
MJ was a rock star in his own right. MJ was a pop star though. Prince
He
was a
was a pop star.
Prince was a
Prince could
rock star.
actually he could play those instruments, and he wrote that music. So we got to give him credit. I mean, he was all around. Prince was, but yeah, he was a rock star in my opinion.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'll give him that rock star status.
I definitely
He
will.
made some pop hits, but he was still, and he made some R&B hits. Prince could make any type of music.
Prince can make any type of music and make it well. He even wrote Just Another Manic Monday. What's the
Yeah,
girl
he
group?
did.
What's the girl group name that did that lead? Do you know right now?
The Bangles, I think.
I think you might be right. I think you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He wrote that, and he wrote "I Feel for You." Shaka Khan did that.
Right. Did he write Nothing Compares to You? What's the Chanel
He
O'Connor song?
did.
Yeah, I mean, so
Prince wrote that.
Prince a bad boy, man. Prince was a
He,
bad
he
boy,
he
man.
wrote some amazing songs that other people have done. Yes, he did.
Yeah,
He
he wrote.
did that. He
He,
did. I mean, we'd be scratching our head trying to come up with all the stuff Prince did. But
he,
yeah, that Manic Monday was really nice, and
right. And you know, people want to look at Morris Day like he had swag, and he did. Morris Day had hella swag back then. But people want to look at Prince like he was sort of weird, you know, heels or whatever. But who you think created Morris Day swag? Who you think created Morris Day character?
Prince
Writing that music for Morris Day.
Prince did.
Knowing what character, what light to put Morris Day in that would work the best for him. You feel me?
Prince. They
Absolutely,
went to
absolutely,
school together. He
absolutely.
went to school with him, and he also Jesse Johnson.
And
The rest of the time,
don't forget about
yeah,
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, some of the
right.
dopest
They came
producers
from the
ever in the
time,
game.
and
Absolutely,
look at all the stuff they wrote.
absolutely,
And what's
absolutely.
their connection with the Jacksons?
Well, Janet, definitely, Janet.
So Janet knew where to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to be different than Michael, but she still wanted to be successful. So she went up to Minneapolis and got with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who had influence with who? Prince.
Right.
So yeah, I
Now
mean it
you,
all comes back full circle, doesn't it?
it does. So look, I'm gonna ask you a question, not necessarily about Mike and not about Prince, but okay, after Mike and after Janet, who's the best Jackson sibling after that, in Lily's opinion?
Wow. And in my opinion,
Yeah,
wow, that's a hard one. Let me see.
musically.
And I can't say Janet.
No, you can't say Mike. You can't say Janet. I mean, that's obvious. You know.
Wow. You know what? I like Jermaine.
Okay, well, name me one song by Jermaine. Why he deserves to be on it? He deserves to be that guy or that girl.
Why does Jermaine deserve to be that guy? He did have one song. What is that song? Wow, what's that song? T Reezy?
He had a song that had Mike on it. I can't think of it right off.
Man, we both need to be beat for not thinking of that.
No, but tell me I'm not dreaming. Tell me I'm
That's
not dreaming.
it.
Yeah, that's that
That's
jump right
it.
there.
Yeah, that's it. And you know what?
What?
Randy had a song, didn't he?
Oh hell no, we ain't getting Randy no type of props on this. So look, okay, so look, and there was which sister had the song Centipede? Was that Rebe? Yeah.
Rebe.
So I would say Rebe or Jermaine had the biggest hit other than Michael or Janet, I would say.
Now see, now we need to know, you know what, Jermaine, I think
He,
Um,
he had another song, "Do What You Do When You Did What You Did to
do
Me."
what you. I remember that. Do what you do. Yeah.
Don't what did it?
I couldn't think of it when you put me on the spot.
Now
But yeah.
don't take it personal. Was that Jermaine Jackson or was it somebody else?
Now, see, I'm not sure about that. Now, I do know he had the let's see. He might have wrote a couple of those songs though for the Jackson Five too, though.
Well, Jermaine, he was at least hot enough to get featured on Whitney Houston's debut album. So we got to give the man some
I
props for
think
that.
Somebody's Watching Me had something to do with him, right?
With Jermaine? No, Mike was
Yeah,
on that.
Rockwell and Michael collaborated with him or something.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think Jermaine had anything to do with that. That
You
was
don't think he did? Okay.
if you got
I
access
mean,
if you got access to Mike for that song, there's no need for Jermaine.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I'll say this: Jermaine definitely had that "Do What You Do," and I
yeah,
think that was a charting song.
it
So
was.
but Centipede was a charting song too. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Some people didn't like Jermaine because of his attitude, right?
I don't know. I really don't know the man. You feel me? But I mean, so I can't really speak on it. But is that what you heard?
That's what some people said. Now, like I said, Janet was my favorite.
Janet was my favorite too. Like personality wise and success wise.
Yeah.
But Mike, of course,
I mean, after
Mike was
Janet,
my
Janet
favorite.
was
Yeah.
next. Yeah,
Right, of
after
course.
Mike,
Yeah,
Janet. Yeah.
no
But you
contest at
said I
all.
couldn't name Janet, so
No,
I had to pick.
that's not fair. If you know, of
Yeah.
course it's Janet after Mike.
Yeah, okay.
So salute to Prince and salute to Mike for everything, all the trend setting and all the great music they gave us. So Lee, anything you want to add or need to add before we get out of here? Did I miss anything?
No, I think you did a good job, Breezy. Now, like I said, you have to go ahead and give the edge to Michael.
Well,
Big props to
I'm
him.
gonna give it to Prince Lee. Not only
Okay.
for the album, for the Purple Rain album, but for the Purple Rain motion picture. So yeah.
I think you just like Prince's ladies. You already said that.
Hey, Prince kept some bad ones
Would
on there.
would it be Apollonia or would it be Vanity?
Both.
What would you choose?
Both. So Prince kept some bad ones on his own. Apollonia, Vanity, Sheila, you can throw them all in the mix. Prince kept some bad ones, and not to mention the ones I ain't even mentioning. You feel me?
But you couldn't pick
Between who?
Vanity and Apollonia.
Give me Apollonia and Up Prime.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, they both were beautiful ladies.
Vanity was beautiful though. That's tough, but you know, you say T Reed pick one give me Apollonia.
I think she was better though, as far as like in the sex shooter and the movie version of that.
Apollonia killed that sex shooter.
Version of the song when they did the video, because they did a sex shooter video with Vanity, and Vanity's version of sex shooter was better than Apollonia's version.
Well, you know what? I ain't even seen that version. I believe you. I'm sure it's out there, but I'm gonna go with what I know and what I saw in the movie, and this Apollonia.
Okay, well, I mean,
so,
you need to check Vanity's version out.
But I love
Vanity.
YouTube
it.
I love Vanity. Yeah, I love Vanity.
Miss Denise Matthews, rest in peace.
Yeah, Vanity.
And check it out because she did a better version than Apollonia, but Prince had to fill in. You know, Apollonia did a great job coming in, finishing the movie up, and Vanity. I don't know, bless their union. I don't know what happened, but he did a good job by replacing Vanity with Apollonia. That was a good pick.
Oh sure. Yeah, that was some mastermind shit there by Prince.
Yeah, I mean, Vanity's version was a little bit better.
Right, he didn't miss a beat when he did that.
Yep.
Yeah. So Lee, if there's nothing else you need to add, I appreciate you joining me on the Reezy Does It show today. And Lee, before we get out of here, guess what?
Guess what? What?
Girl, you should have known by now. Reezy does it.